Pause and solve, because the answer is C, text structure. Let's a chunk. I'm sorry. So I'm going to use this question to demonstrate that the chunks don't just show up defined in my blue book. Sometimes I break down a singular chunk into sections. I read this, chunked it out as he felt Euro concepts. Then I read the example. I don't really think the example matters too much, so I'm just going to say example, and maybe I'll come back to it. Read the final part of the first sentence, and I throw that into my chunk. This is the essence, and I can feel it in my bones. Next section gets its own chunkerino. India's nuance, he argues, needs nuance. Beautiful, final sentence, final chunk. Thus, proposal is ideal model. Let's go to the items, see what we've got here. When I look to A, I see the text recounts his early training, and I immediately identify this as trash. It's not what it does. It doesn't list his social policies. This is a garbage idea. A falls easily. B, the text mentions some of his economic theories. Oof, maybe I've just got one, but if I were to just grant that first part, the impact on other is absolutely not it. We do not have his interaction with other people. He's merely interacting with this concept, and then he has a proposal for it. B false. C is now on the table, so we're juggling C and D. Let's give C a read. The text presents his critique of social scientists. Sure, I appreciate that it has the Euro concepts have little relevance. Then the next part, he then provides an example of his attempts to address issues he identified in the critique. His Indian village ideal model does that thing. A little bit of weirdness in terms of attempts to address, but I'll grant this so far and take a look at D. The text explains an influential economic theory. Yes, it talks about the Eurocentric model, and then demonstrates how the theory was more important to his work than other scientists. No, it might have been. I'll grant everything up till here. It is very important to his work. He identified a theory to combat it. However, we do not have other people throwing shade on this person and his value to the sciences. C is the right answer. There is a little bit of weirdness towards the end here, but every other item is trash. Pick C. GG.